Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Food Experience. Today's Food Experience, the good folks over at BRIOBITE sent me their 1.1 quart ice cream maker. This device is unique. It is completely wireless. It is rechargeable. I think that's pretty cool. And in this video, I'll unbox the machine, go over the parts, and make some strawberry ice cream. And without further ado, here we go. Here's a look at the box. Side of the box, other side of the box. Inside of the box you will find a user manual, a recipe guide, the paddle or dasher, the viewing window, the motor. There's a 25-minute button in addition to a 35-minute button, a cover for the USB-C charge port. The paddle will attach to this part. They provide you with a USB-A to USB-C charge cable, a funnel attachment, and lastly the BRIOBITE freezer bowl. There's a sticker on the bottom with some product information. It also has 4 non-skid feet. That's everything provided in the kit. The paddle will go inside and it will churn the ice cream. And the viewing window attaches to the motor. It'll lock into place. Then you could attach the paddle to the motor and it'll lock into place just like that. As I mentioned, there's a 25-minute and 35-minute button. If I press 25-minute, there's a light that turns on and it's churning. Long press and it will turn off. And before anything else, I need to freeze the freezer bowl. They recommend for at least 16 hours at 0 degrees Fahrenheit or below. I know my freezer goes well below 0 degrees. I'll leave it in there for at least 24 hours. Also in that time, I'll charge the motor just in case it doesn't have a full charge. And with that said, next time you see me, I'll be making strawberry ice cream. It's the next day and I'm starting the preparation for the strawberry ice cream. This recipe guide is pretty cool. It has a whole variety of different recipes. There's only 20 of them, I think, but probably something for everyone. This is the recipe that I'm following. The first thing are the strawberries. I need 200 grams. Close enough, 201.13 grams. I need to cut them in smaller pieces. I'm adding all of them to a small food processor. Now that the strawberries are all loaded, I need to add around a tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm just going to squeeze it out. I'm not going to worry about measurements. That's looking pretty good. Weighing out 120 grams of granulated sugar, 120 milliliters of whole milk, adding that to this measuring cup, which reads up to 500 milliliters, and 180 milliliters of heavy cream. Adding the heavy cream, the sugar, and adding the strawberry puree. Yeah, it's a little bit too much puree. Also, I wasn't filming, but I did stir the sugar before I put in the puree. Anyhow, you want to stir it some more. The mixture is definitely turning a pink type of hue. It's really good because it's all natural this way. No food coloring or dyes or anything like that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. That's going into the refrigerator for a couple hours. The bowl has been in my freezer for about 30 hours, definitely below 0. Stirring this up one more time, it's been in the refrigerator for 2 hours. From what I understand, you want to first turn on the machine. I'll go for the 35. Light turns on, motor's going, and let's see if I can get this in there. I do wish that this was wider or something. Not wider this way, wider this way. I wish the opening was just a little larger. The viewing window is nice. You can totally see the operation in action and the light that they have. I bet you could remove the funnel right now. I don't see any purpose for it at this point. I'll let it continue and check back with you in a few. It's been churning for about 15 minutes. I could tell it has slowed down and wow, look how thick it is getting. It's been just about 25 minutes and it's really slowing down. It looks so super thick. I'm going to stop it. Yeah, it's nice and thick. Oh yeah, that's delicious. Scrape off the paddle a little bit. To get it to be completely like ice cream, they recommend freezing it for an additional 2 hours. Also, you don't want to use metal utensils on this, so I have a rubber spatula. And you can see when I'm scooping it, it is definitely pretty solid. Meanwhile, I'm sticking this into the freezer for at least 2 hours. I decided to let the ice cream freeze overnight. Wow, yeah, sure has frozen. You don't see the machine here because I actually have the bowl in the freezer ready to do another batch. Let's see if I could scoop this out. Yeah, it's definitely very scoopable. I have to work on my technique a little bit. There we go, 3 scoops of strawberry ice cream with some fresh strawberries. This time, I'm going with the no-egg vanilla ice cream recipe. I've weighed out 240 milliliters of heavy whipping cream, 240 milliliters of whole milk, 100 grams of granulated sugar, adding that to the heavy cream and milk. Stir the sugar in to the milk in the heavy cream. Added 1.5 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Give that a good stir. Try not to spill it like I just did. And into the refrigerator it goes for 2 hours. I added 75 grams of Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm chopping them up and putting them back into the refrigerator. After the mixture and the peanut butter cups have cooled for 2 hours in the refrigerator, come back and make some ice cream for you. This time I'll use the 25-minute option. I have not recharged it since the last use. Here goes. And the ice cream. Want it to thicken up just a little bit, and then I'll add the Reese's. It's been churning about 6 minutes now, and it looks like it's kind of starting to thicken up. There we go, they're all in. There's a little bit on the ledge here, just like crumbs, but I think this will work out great. Well, this time the machine stopped before I got back to it in time. Yeah, this time it's a lot more soft serve than the strawberry, but it's still pretty firm. Oh, that's so good. Remove the paddle. Gonna offload it into this bowl. And you can see it's pretty thick already. I mean, if you wanted soft serve, this would be perfect. All right, folks, here it is the next day. I had this freezing overnight. Should be great to scoop. I already tasted it, and wow. Two scoops of ice cream. It's going to go great with this chocolate cake. My birthday was yesterday, and my roommates got me a chocolate cake. I thought that was really cool. And I think a little magic shell chocolate fudge will be great on this. Yum. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here I am with the BRIOBITE Dolce1000 ice cream maker. You know what? I really like this thing. You saw I made strawberry ice cream. I made Reese's peanut butter cup ice cream. I used the basic recipe from their recipe book right here. Really cool recipe book. It doesn't have many recipes, but I'll tell you, it has some real interesting ones that you would not even ever expect. And as far as the machine goes, I love the USB-C rechargeable port. They say it could go over 3 times without having to recharge it. I mixed 2 different batches and definitely worked fine, still had power afterwards. I like that it has a 25-minute and 35-minute option, just in case you need to process longer. I found that with the 25-minute option, it would have been perfect with both flavors, although the first one, the strawberry, I selected 35-minute. The funnel attachment that it has, it's a great idea, but they really need to make this wider, okay? Not wider left and right, but up and down. Below that, you have the viewing window, and I really like that you can see the process as it's going. The first time I picked 35 minutes for the strawberry ice cream, totally didn't need it, and I was able to see that by looking in the window, and I just manually stopped it. The little side handles it has are convenient for lifting it up. I also like the rubber feet on the bottom. They definitely keep it in place, and it's quiet. The operation is totally quiet. The paddle or dasher, whatever you want to call it, works great. I noticed that one edge of the paddle is like concave and the other end is like pushing out. So It's the same on the other side of each part of the paddle, and it really does a great job at mixing everything together. Speaking of mix-ins, when I dropped the Reese's peanut butter cups in there, I really wasn't sure what to expect, but it didn't pulverize them or do anything weird to them. It just kept them nice and mixed throughout the ice cream and did a perfect job at mixing them evenly throughout. I was worried they might get kind of clumped up in one area, but no, they didn't. Not at all. That was like some of the best Reese's peanut butter cup ice cream I've ever had. I also like that the machine is relatively small and it'll fit on most countertops just fine, and that you don't have to commit to making a huge batch of ice cream. I mean, 1.1 quart is pretty good. You can only put 500 mils of liquid in here, maybe a tad more, but it will fluff up as it's churning and give you that 1.1 quart. So do I recommend the BRIOBITE DOLCE1000? Yeah, of course I do. This thing rocks. I haven't had one issue with it yet. I plan on making lots more ice cream and different things. I might even come back and try a milkshake. It says it could do milkshakes and sorbet. I like both those things, so you never know what might be coming up soon. With that said, look at my description. I will have a link back to briobite.net, which is their website, and also a link to Amazon where you could purchase this device. And if you've used this machine, or you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or anything else you want to ask, leave me a line below. I love hearing from you. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. I got all kinds of good things coming up. And until next time, have a stellar day. Be excellent. And most of all, remember me, I'm KJ Andy O, your food experience host with the most. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time.